Hey everyone, this is a clip from a recent episode of Another Pass, where we talk about movies and all the struggles that go into making them. If you like it, check out the whole podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
But yeah, I just really like Tom Everett Scott. I remember when I watched La La Land, which I like and I defend. People are mean. I know what's wrong.
I will stay very quiet.
I know what's wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. So
I will be honest with you, Keith. I could not get through 15 minutes of it on a plane. I hated it that much. Like I was on a plane. I was trapped. I had nothing else to do. Like, by all means, it should have seemed better to me.
I don't think it should have won an Oscar. Don't get me wrong, but
no. It shouldn't have been. It should not have even been nominated. It should have not even gone to theater. They should have seen what they had during the second day of shooting, and they should have been like, we need to all stop doing this movie. And I'm sorry to be that mean, because I know there were a lot of people who worked on it, and I'm sure there were some good dancers in the background, but there was no one in the main cast that should have been in that movie. All right, please go on, Keith. Let's talk about that thing you do.
So I was bringing up La La Land because Tom Everett Scott has a very minor role at the very end. And I remember when we watched it, I was like, that's Tom Everett Scott. And my roommate and / producer Liz is like, I don't know who that is. And I'm like, that thing you do. And she's like, I'm like, can't hardly wait. She's like, not can't hardly. Yeah. I was naming it. I was thinking Ethan and Brady in my head for a second there.
Yeah.
I was like, I was naming all the
stop and think. I was like, wait, was he?
Like, and she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So again, that's another one that was kind of sad. Just fell upon the wayside. So yeah. But yeah. And just the cast overall, obviously we've talked about a lot of them, but you kind of made a point of the really weird ones, like Charlize Theron in a cameo role is crazy. Chris Isaac playing Uncle Bob was amazing because Chris Isaac is an amazing musician, and just have him there for that one scene, I thought that was really great. Kevin Pollak as Bosvik Koss, so good. There's a physical comedy thing he does in this movie that I use when I write because I love it, where he's standing in front of the camera and he's practicing his lines, and he has the cigarette in his lips. And he's practicing the P, the pa 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 pa, and the cigarette's like bouncing so fast. And I love that image so much that I've given that to like multiple characters I've written just because I love describing that. And then the other like really big one is Peter Scolari played the host of the Hollywood Television Showcase, which was a bosom buddies reunion with Tom Hanks, and I loved that. So yeah, but yeah, just a crazy cast basically.
And Rita Wilson also has like a little cameo.
Yeah, I was going to mention her. She is the bigger one of the Hanks clan, but then Colin Hanks also has one, and I think his daughter also has a small one.
She does, yeah.
And then and then there's like just a weird cameo in the extended cut, which is Howie Long.
I told my roommate, he watched it with me to give me his feedback. My other roommate, her husband, and about Howie Long. I loved this. I was like, there's an extended cut, and then we found out, spoiler alert in case anyone's worried about the extended cut, we find out that Tom Hanks has a husband. And I was like, it's a famous man. I will give you all day to guess who this is. You will not guess who played this role. And he's like, started naming actors. I'm like, it's not an actor. He's like, musicians. I'm like, it's not a musician. He's just like, what's left? And I was like, it's Howie Long. He's like, what? So yeah, I love that too. Just so good.
Yeah. Of course, Tom Hanks would be able to, when it's like, oh, I'm going to shoot this little movie with all my friends. All of his friends are like giant celebrities throughout like the LA scene. So, it makes sense. Like, this is not like the movie that got Tom Hanks into movies, which would be the case for a lot of, like your Good Will Hunting kind of things, like the breakout thing. No, he was so far into his career at this point. Like, this is well after Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Right around the time that we did Apollo 13, like John Demme has an appearance in this because Demme's the one who like pushed him to go into actually like directing this movie himself. Remember, if you like that clip, check out the podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts.